Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Powell. We're going to continue with Mr. Popper's Penguins, and we are ready for Chapter 6. More troubles. Let's see what troubles Captain Cook can get into today. The children were the first to notice the policeman at the back door. "Look, Papa," said Bill, "there's a policeman at the back door. Is he going to arrest you?" "Look," said Captain Cook, walking with dignity to the door and trying to poke his beak through the screen. "Is this 432 Proudfoot Avenue?" the officer asked. "It is," said Mr. Popper. "Well, I guess this is the place all right," said the policeman, and he pointed to Captain Cook. "Is that thing yours?" "Yes, it is," said Mr. Popper. "And what do you do for a living?" asked the policeman. "Papa is an artist," said Janie. "He's always getting paint all over his clothes," said Bill. "I'm a house painter, a decorator," said Mr. Popper. "Won't you come in?" "I won't unless I have to," said the policeman. "Ha ha," said Bill. "The policeman is afraid of Captain Cook." "Gaw!" said the penguin, opening his red wide beak as if he wanted to laugh at the policeman. "Can it talk?" asked the policeman. "What is it, a giant black and white parrot?" "It's a penguin," said Janie. "We keep it for a pet." "Well, if it's only a bird," said the policeman, scratching his head in a puzzled sort of way. "From the way the fellow with the tool bag yelled at me outside, I thought there was a lion loose in here." "Mama says Papa's hair looks like a lion sometimes," said Bill. "Shh, keep still, Bill," said Janie. "The policeman doesn't care how Papa's hair looks." The policeman now scratched his chin. "If it's only a bird, I suppose it will be okay," said the officer, "if you keep him in a cage." "We keep him in the icebox," said Bill, "or the refrigerator." "You can put it in an icebox for all I care," said the officer. "Just make sure it stays in something." "What kind of bird did you say it was?" "A penguin," said Mr. Popper. "And by the way, I might want to take him walking with me. Would it be all right if I kept him on a leash?" "I tell you," said the police officer, "honestly, I don't know what the municipal laws are about penguins, with or without a leash, on public streets. I'll ask my boss." "Maybe I ought to get a license for him," said Mr. Popper. "Well, he's certainly big enough for a license, like a dog or another pet. I'll tell you what to do. You call up City Hall and ask them what the rules about penguins are. And good luck to you, Popper." "He's kind of a cute little fellow at that," said the police officer. "Looks almost human." "Good day to you, Mr. Popper, and good day to you, Mr. Penguin." When Mr. Popper telephoned City Hall to see about a license for Captain Cook, the penguin did his best to disconnect and hang up the phone by biting on the green cord. Perhaps he thought it was some new kind of fish or eel. But just then Mrs. Popper came back from the market and opened a can of shrimp, so that Mr. Popper was soon left alone at the telephone while Captain Cook ate the shrimp. Even so, Mr. Popper found it was not so easy to learn whether or not he must get a license for his strange pet. Every time he would explain what he wanted, he would be told to hang on for a minute. And much later, a new voice would get on the phone and ask him. This went on for a long time when new people kept getting on the phone. Finally, there was a person who seemed to be a little bit interested, and Mr. Popper began again to tell him about Captain Cook. "What kind of captain is he?" said the person. "Is he an army captain, a police captain, a navy captain, or what?" "He is not," said Mr. Popper. "He's a penguin." "Will you repeat that, please?" said the voice. Mr. Popper repeated it. The voice then said maybe he needed to spell it. "Penguin," said Mr. Popper. "Penguin." "Oh, of course," said the voice. "You mean Captain Cook's first name is Benjamin." "Ay," said Mr. Popper, "not Benjamin. Penguin. It's a bird." "Do you mean that Captain Cook wishes a license to shoot or go hunting for birds?" "I'm sorry, but bird hunting season is not until November." "Please try to speak a little more distinctly, Mr. Topper. Is that what your name is?" "My name is Popper. Popper, not Topper, said Mr. Popper. Yes, Mr. Potter, now I can hear you quite clearly. Okay, he said, then listen, it's Popper, Mr. Popper. He was very angry by now. If you folks at City Hall don't even know what penguins are, I suggest you don't have any rules saying that they have to be licensed. So I will do without a license for Captain Cook. Just a minute, Mr. Popwell. Our own Mr. Treadbottom of the Bureau of Lakes and Rivers and Ponds and Streams has come in. I will let you talk to him about this Benjamin Cook. At this point, another new voice was speaking to Mr. Popper. He was not happy. Good morning. This is the Automobile License Bureau. Do you have the same car last year? And what kind of driving license do you need? At this point, Mr. Popper was so angry, he decided to hang up the phone. All right, when we come back next time, we will be on Chapter 7, and we'll see what happens. Have a great day, everybody.